Caught red-handed sneaking around the dimly lit royal library, her heart drops into her stomach as a handsome, sharp-eyed prince suddenly appears from behind the shelves. He casually asks what she's looking for, and in a sheer panic, she stammers out a completely fake, nonsensical book title. But this guy isn't easily fooled. When he leans in dangerously close, trapping her against the bookcase, her breath hitches. Is he going to kiss her, or expose her? She squeezes her eyes shut, only for him to smoothly reach past her and pull out a random book. She quickly snatches it, hiding her terrified face behind the cover, while her mind races at 1,000,000 miles an hour. You see, she's not just some clueless court lady, she's a modern girl who accidentally transmigrated into this cutthroat historical novel, and she is desperately trying not to blow her cover. But the prince is already onto her. He corners her, his gaze piercing, and starts casually listing all the bizarre changes in her personality. He mentions her sudden lack of interest in the ruthless Lord Duan, and her weird new obsession with the tea ceremony. Every word he drops is a trap, and she knows she is slipping up big time. Realizing she's backed into a corner, she decides to play her ultimate trump card, the damsel in distress. Cue the waterworks. She dramatically throws her sheer pink sleeve over her face, putting on an Oscar-worthy performance of a terrified girl, just trying to survive the deadly schemes of the palace. Surprisingly, the prince smirks, telling her he'll pretend he didn't hear her little confession, and turns to leave. She lets out a massive sigh of relief. But just as she thinks she's successfully dodged a bullet, a piece of paper is flipped over on the desk. It's a crude, modern-style doodle of a turtle with a tic-tac-toe board on its shell. Her eyes go wide with absolute, unadulterated horror. Her modern habits are totally going to get her killed. Her heart practically drops into her stomach as the sharp-eyed prince holds up the ultimate damning evidence. A crude, modern doodle of a turtle with a tic-tac-toe board on its shell. It's a dead giveaway that she doesn't belong in this ancient, cutthroat world. She braces for the worst, her mind frantically spinning for an excuse. But the prince just smirks. Instead of calling the guards to expose her as an imposter, he smoothly accepts the drawing as a gift and walks away. Left alone, she's in a state of sheer panic. She knows she's caught in a deadly tug-of-war between the royal factions, and her careless modern habits just handed them the perfect weapon. Outside, the prince's suspicions are fully ignited. He isn't buying her innocent act for a second. He orders his loyal guard to dig deep into her past, hunting for any other bizarre writings or out-of-character behavior. He knows she's hiding a massive secret, and he's determined to unravel it piece by piece. But before the prince can uncover the truth, the plot takes a terrifying, deadly turn. A mysterious, cloaked figure slips silently through the palace gardens, creeping up to her study. With a sinister click, the assassin locks the heavy wooden doors from the outside. Inside, she's fast asleep at her desk, completely oblivious to the lethal trap that has just been sprung. Suddenly, the very paper that could expose her identity mysteriously bursts into flames. The fire quickly spreads across the desk, filling the room with choking smoke. She jolts awake, coughing and wide-eyed with terror, as frantic shouts of fire echo from the courtyard. Someone isn't just trying to expose her secrets, they're trying to burn her alive. Trapped in the blazing inferno, her fight to rewrite her destiny just became a desperate fight for her life. Trapped in a blazing inferno with the doors locked tight from the outside, sheer panic hits her like a ton of bricks. The royal library is literally crumbling around her, massive bookshelves crashing down in a shower of sparks, and she's dead center in this fiery trap. Just as the thick, toxic smoke threatens to completely knock her out, a lifesaver of a memory flashes through her mind. A mysterious man in black and gold had once whispered a deadly secret in her ear. There's a hidden escape route right here in this very room. But here is the massive, plot-twisting catch. She is supposed to be a clueless newcomer who shouldn't know this place even exists. With the flames licking at her heels and absolutely zero time to overthink the consequences, she drops to the floor, crawling desperately through the burning debris. She frantically feels along the bottom of the shelves until bingo. She yanks a hidden scroll and a secret door slides open. She dives into the pitch-black tunnel, coughing her lungs out but leaving the fiery death trap behind. bursting out of a disguised stone well into the cool, fresh air of the palace gardens. She collapses, thinking she's finally out of the woods. But plot twist, the nightmare is just getting started. Standing right there, looking like an absolute boss in flowing white robes, is the one guy she absolutely did not want to run into. He casually strolls up, gently but firmly lifts her chin, and his eyes pierce right through her soul as he drops the ultimate bombshell. You really hide your secrets well. You swore this was your very first time at the library. So how exactly did you know about the secret passage? Busted. Caught red-handed in her own web of lies. She's staring right into the face of danger. Now she has to talk her way out of this impossible corner, or she's totally dead meat.
Trapped in a blazing inferno with the doors locked tight from the outside, sheer panic hits her like a ton of bricks. The royal library is literally crumbling around her, massive bookshelves crashing down in a shower of sparks, and she's dead center in this fiery trap. Just as the thick, toxic smoke threatens to completely knock her out, a lifesaver of a memory flashes through her mind. A mysterious man in black and gold had once whispered a deadly secret in her ear. There's a hidden escape route right here in this very room. But here is the massive plot-twisting catch. She is supposed to be a clueless newcomer who shouldn't know this place even exists. With the flames licking at her heels and absolutely zero time to overthink the consequences, she drops to the floor, crawling desperately through the burning debris. She frantically feels along the bottom of the shelves until, bingo. She yanks a hidden scroll and a secret door slides open. She dives into the pitch-black tunnel, coughing her lungs out but leaving the fiery death trap behind, bursting out of a disguised stone well into the cool, fresh air of the palace gardens. She collapses, thinking she's finally out of the woods. But plot twist, the nightmare is just getting started. Standing right there, looking like an absolute boss in flowing white robes, is the one guy she absolutely did not want to run into. She immediately goes into survival mode, putting on an Oscar-worthy performance. Trembling, she shows off her soot-stained, burned skin, playing the terrified, helpless victim to distract him. He plays along, acting the part of the concerned savior, and even scoops her up into a sweeping Princess Carrie. But don't let the gentle act fool you. His words are laced with poison. He casually notes how she's completely different from the rumors, his eyes piercing right through her soul as he drops the ultimate bombshell. You really hide your secrets well. You swore this was your very first time at the library. So how exactly did you know about the secret passage? Busted. Caught red-handed in her own web of lies, she's staring right into the face of danger. But before she can even stutter a pathetic excuse, the heavy sound of marching boots and splashing rain shatters the tension. The courtyard absolutely erupts. The man in black, the ruthless tyrant himself, storms in with his heavily armed royal guard, looking ready to commit absolute murder. In a split second, he doesn't just ask for her back. He fiercely snatches her right out of the white-robed prince's arms, wrapping her securely in his own dark cloak. The prince immediately backs down, bowing with a flimsy excuse, but the tyrant doesn't even spare him a glance. Staring down at her soot-covered face, his terrifying, murderous aura melts into pure, heartbreaking desperation. "I'm sorry," he whispers, holding her like she's his whole world. "I came too late. The deadly palace game just leveled up, and our girl is caught right in the middle of an explosive royal war."
Narrowly escaping a fiery demise, our modern-day heroine finally flutters her eyes open, only to find herself wrapped in the arms of the Empire's most powerful and notoriously ruthless man. The royal physician checks her pulse and declares her safe, prompting the usually cold-hearted emperor to practically melt. He's holding her hand like his life depends on it, vowing to protect her at all costs and revealing that heads have already rolled for putting her in danger. Little does he know, her miraculous survival wasn't due to divine intervention. She just used some basic modern fire safety drills she remembered from middle school, while she's busy comforting her fiercely protective, ancient royal boyfriend and promising to stay out of trouble. A massive storm is brewing outside her cozy pavilion. Cut to the royal harem, where the ultimate ancient mean girls club is already sharpening their claws. Dripping in jewels and jealousy, these scheming concubines are absolutely seething over her sudden rise to favor. They gossip bitterly about how she's using her illness to monopolize the emperor's attention and complain that even the strict Empress Dowager has a soft spot for her. When our heroine finally makes her grand entrance, dressed to kill in a jaw-dropping, fiery red gown, she walks right into the lion's den. The head mean girl wastes no time, immediately accusing her of faking her injuries, arriving late on purpose and flaunting her status to mock them. refusing to take her sass. The jealous rival orders her maids to physically seize our girl, forced to her knees and struggling against her captors. It looks like her modern street smarts might not be enough to survive this vicious ancient high school drama. But just as the mean girls demand a humiliating apology, and things look incredibly bleak, a booming voice echoes through the courtyard. The Emperor arrives. Talk about being saved by the bell. Will her royal protector step in time to serve some serious, satisfying karma to these harem bullies?
Stepping into the lion's den, our modern-day heroine isn't alone this time. She's got the ultimate royal bodyguard by her side. The Emperor, completely smitten and fiercely protective, leads her into the harem gathering, refusing to let go of her hand. He even excuses her from kneeling, declaring her still too fragile from the fire, while the other concubines are forced to bow, practically choking on their jealousy. But the Emperor isn't here for a friendly visit. He's on a mission to serve some serious karma. He casually asks what the ladies were gossiping about. Our girl tries to play the peacemaker, whispering for him to drop it, but he's not having it. He points right at one of the mean girls and demands the truth. When she stammers, he doesn't hesitate. "Drag her out," he barks, the hall echoing with her desperate pleas. Next up is the head mean girl, the ringleader of the bullying. She tries to sweet-talk her way out, claiming she was just giving sisterly advice. The Emperor's response? A one-way ticket to the dreaded cold palace. As she screams and thrashes, it looks like our heroine has won the ultimate victory. But wait, plot twist. The grand doors swing open, and in walks the final boss, the formidable Empress Dowager. She's not amused. She calls out the Emperor for being blinded by love and punishing the innocent. When the Emperor casually claims the gossiping concubines give him a headache, the Empress Dowager flips the script. "If you have a headache," she declares, her eyes locking onto our heroine, "we should punish the root cause." Labeling her a demonic temptress who brings chaos to the court, the Empress Dowager orders her guards to drag our girl away. Just when she thought she was safe, the real battle for survival has only just begun.